Jim, you called Kentucky's first two tournament games. Which team has gotten better since the December meeting? Kentucky or UCLA?
You know, if I look at it, I'm going to look at Kentucky from the perspective of they were so young. You know, they finished out the season, they won 11 in a row, and then they go into the tournament. Questions are, you know, how good can they be? And they play against, you know, a tough-minded Wichita State team, known for their defense, shut teams down, and yet they only had 7 turnovers. I thought that team really grew in the tournament because down the stretch of that game, and we were on a call, it was the young Kentucky team that was making mature plays where Wichita State wasn't. So you got to give Cal, I don't think we give enough credit to Cal. Even 2 years ago when you had the Harrison twins, they played against an undefeated Wichita State team that was more savvy and veteran-oriented, and they beat them. So to me, they're playing better than they were back then, but I still got UCLA.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I just believe Lonzo Ball and what they have, their ability to score, their ability to spread you out, is a lot different. It's a lot tougher. Now they're going to force Kentucky to do some things they're uncomfortable with, okay, defensively. And can Kentucky, over the course of the game, stay focused enough and not make the mental mistakes? Because UCLA can make you pay.
Yeah, they played December 3rd, and UCLA went to Rupp. That's not an easy place to win, especially when in your situation you don't see this team often. Obviously, you know, teams you're in the SEC, you go there once a year, you're familiar, you know what they're going to run. But these teams don't normally see each other unless they get into the tournament. So they hadn't faced each other. And Lonzo Ball is the real deal. I mean, 6'7", he's an old school point guard. He's a John Wall. He's not one of these scoring Kyrie Irving, Dame Lillard, one of these Russell Westbrook. He's a John Wall type point guard, or old school like a Magic Johnson, John Stockton. 6'7", he makes everybody better. He can shoot the ball. The shot, I'm like, how is that going in?
But it's going in.
Not
it's
only
going in.
It's swishing. I mean, it ain't touching the rim. Both teams have been on the road. UCLA is 22-4 since the meeting. Kentucky is 24-4.
I know.
Monk was special in the first game. So was Fox. I want to go Kentucky, but I think LeVar Ball gonna be in the stands. He's gonna be cheering. Get him, son. Show Charles Barkley what I was talking about.
You think he's going to be coaching?
Yeah. He's gonna be coached from about 3 rows up, Skip.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be close. I'll take Kentucky in a close one.
Okay. Kentucky.
I'm with Jim on this. I think Kentucky has gotten a little better than UCLA has gotten since
No, I meant to say UCLA. I want to take
You meant
UCLA.
UCLA.
Okay.
I got you.
UCLA in a close one.
Again, this is a long time ago, December 3rd, especially for freshmen, as you know.
Yeah.
They've grown up a whole lot,
Yeah.
especially De'Aaron Fox has grown much since that
Oh, yeah.
game. And it was 97-92. They almost scored 100 at Lexington, did UCLA. But in the end, we just talked about Ezekiel Elliott. I told you I turn on the TV and I say, wow, that's rare. I don't see it very often, and I don't see Lonzo Ball come along very often. He is rare. And what he did in the second half against a rugged Cincinnati team, it may not be quite Wichita State, but they can defend and they can scrap with you. And they were on a roll. It was 33-30 to Cincinnati at halftime, and Lonzo had a grand total of 0 assists in the first half. And I tweeted, better get a little selfish here. You better get engaged, because he's basically just whipping around the perimeter and say, you do it, you do it, you do it. And all of a sudden he said, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to do this. And did he ever do that in the second half? And Mick Cronin, the Cincinnati coach, pulled Alford aside as they walked off the floor and said, you know what? You have a chance to win it all. And I don't think he was blowing any smoke at him. They do have a chance to win it all just because of that point guard.
Yep.
And they can all score. The Leaf kid, the freshman, can rebound and score. This is going to be a showcase. This is going to be fun to watch. But again, it's going to come down to Malik Monk can be really hot or really not.
Yeah, he's been cold the last two.
He's been cold the last two. So maybe it's who makes the most shots. But I'm going to give the edge to UCLA, even though I really, listen, what Cal has done, and you and I have gone back and forth about this, he teaches those kids to lock down and defend. And they've won 13 straight, mostly because of their defense to me.
Adebayo has been good. I think one thing we're really underestimating about Lonzo Ball is this. We talk about his physical abilities and what he can do compared to Jason Kidd, but you know this, and Skip, you understand this. When GMs come in one attribute they want to really identify is, can a young man handle adversity? Can he deal with distractions? And that young man dealing with all these distractions hasn't changed one bit. He's still going out there and handling his business. And that's why I say going into this game, and I played for Cal when he was in New Jersey, and I love what he's been able to do. But that young man is special. He's different. He hasn't allowed the outside forces to impact how he's playing. And as a result, when you have an Aaron Holiday, an Isaac Hamilton that are older, a Bryce Alford that are older, they see it, and they're not affected because they see that young man coming each and every day with all this stuff going on, and he's still Lonzo Ball.
Who you like, Josh Jackson or Lonzo Ball?
Lonzo. He's a game changer. He's a J kid.
In so many ways.
He's a J kid.
And he can shoot
And
it
he
better
can shoot
than
it.
Man, Josh Jackson, he's special.
But here's my thing, though. With Josh, I love him, Midwest guy from Detroit, a scorer. I can go find a scorer. What I can't
he
find
is some kind of
is
scorer,
a
but go
point
ahead.
guard
Yeah,
that
you
can
can't.
take my franchise from being mediocre to championship caliber surrounded by the right people. Josh, outstanding athlete. I love him. But I can go get somebody that can score 20 points. I can't get somebody that can change and impact a system like Lonzo Ball. That's the difference.
He can see it. He can run it. He can sort of coach on the floor, where he just makes it all flow.